Good evening, this is Shehu Sani and I'll be taking you on how to install and use the Milsat Enumeration pad. So the first thing you are supposed to do on your pad is to go to your Play Store, search for Enumeration pad. Once you search for Enumeration pad, you'll see the Enumeration pad. Try to download it. Mine have already been downloaded, that's why you are seeing open. Once I click on open, it takes me directly to the sign-in page of the Milsat Enumeration pad. Here, the help desk has already onboarded most of us as mappers and as GIS. So here you'll be able to input your email and password that has been generated for you. So for my case, I have already done this before, so my email is still registered here. So once you've inputted your email and password, you can go ahead and sign in. Just taking a little bit of time because of network. Okay, once you are logged in, you will notice that the first thing you see on the page, on the environment, is hello with the name of the owner, meaning the name of the mapper. For here you see hello Taslim. You will see 5 icons beneath that, which are import new survey, add entry, all entries, export entries, and data validation. First, when I click on hello Taslim, this shows me all my bio data and what I have, like my name, email, phone number, region, and frame ID. You can also log out from beneath this place. When I use my return icon, I go to my menu page. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to import my config file from the cloud into this application, and I'm going to use import new survey environment. So once you click on the import new survey environment, it takes you to this page. If you notice at the top left corner, you see a cloud-based download icon, and beneath it you see a local based download which is import new survey. Click here to upload survey. Here you can actually import survey from your smartphone into the application, your config file, and at the top left corner you can actually download your data from the cloud. We'll be using the cloud data, so click on the cloud icon. It pops out two layers for you. We have road demo here and we have roads in capital data. We are going to be using the roads in capital data for this vectorization exercise, so I will go ahead and use the arrow below and the arrow opposite the roads to download my data. Once you click on download, it tells you file downloaded successfully. I go back to my menu page. If you notice now, my import new survey has one survey because I have downloaded a data which is roads. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to validate my data to fetch my features. You come down to data validation. Okay, when you come to the data validation, please, your first thing you see is choose survey to validate. I have only roads as a survey I have downloaded, so for now you will be seeing only roads. There won't be a drop down. For frame ID, I'm going to input 324. This should be Lagos. For column name, I'm going to use LGA_code to query for this exercise. Once I click on this, I click on fetch features for me to be able to fetch. Okay, so it has finished downloading my entries. So now you see under all entries, you choose survey to view entries, my routes, and then these are all the road data it has downloaded for me. I'll just click on the return icon and come to my main menu. So on the main menu, you will notice that under my import new survey, I have one survey. Under all entries, I have 1557 entries. So the next thing I'm about to do is to go and validate my data on the field and update my entries. So once you click on update all entries, it gives you two options, either for you to use map centric or for you to use form centric view. If you choose use form centric view, it gives you a drop down of all the road layer from the first road to the last road, but in this case we'll be using the map centric. So once I click on all entries, I click on use map centric, it takes me straight to the base map where I'll be able to locate my roads directly at their positions. And also aside from that, I can be able to use, maybe in an area where I'm lost, I can be able to use my locate me icon, which is directly beneath the three dotted icon. I can use my locate me icon, or I can, and in a case where I want to return to my previous entries, I can already use the three dotted icons as a drop down. I can clear my map and I can show previous entries also. So aside from that, yes, okay, use map centric. Okay, so it takes me to the area. In this area, if you notice at the top left corner beneath the change survey icon, you see something like 1 to 200. So in this case, what's happening is it's querying the road, the first 200, like that downward. Like in this case, we have 1500 plus roads, so it's showing me a query of the first 200 road, the first 400 road, the first 600 roads, downward till the first 1600 roads. So in this case, you can even query for your road number 200 to road number 400, and it takes you to the exact point where it is, and you can go through the drop down till you reach the end of your own query based on how many roads your LGA is having. So let's go back to this. So the next thing we're going to do now is try to update the data. Once I click on any of the road numbers, let me say road 199, it drop down, it pops out an information for me, and when I swipe up, it takes me to this particular page. On this page, you see by the top right corner, you see show entry details. By the left corner, you see type. Under the type, you see line, because the feature we are querying is a line feature, road is a line feature. As I under the properties, you see all the properties that have been updated on this particular road before. But if I am on the field and I want to update this entry, all I have to do is to click on update entry. Once I click on update entry, it takes me to the original form that has been filled before by a demarcator. So here I'll be able to query, choose from roads, choose form to add. I have only roads. Here you can change the address, you can modify the address. We have something like from locality to locality. That is from locality, from the normally the road is supposed to be labeled from the northwest down to the southeast. So the from locality is supposed to be from the northwest, while the to locality is supposed to be to the southeast. So like here they choose from Ago to Bega. Okay, under the road surface, we have three types of road surface, which are paved, unpaved, and footpaths. So here they selected paved. Under road class, we have medium capacity. So under road class, we have three types of road class. We have high capacity roads, medium capacity roads, and low capacity roads. These have been taught to us, and I'm sure we understood that. Then beneath it, you see LGA name and the LGA code. So once you are done with this entry, maybe I have saved something new, or I can just click on save. Once I click on save, it takes me back to my map centric view, where I'll be able to pick another road and start updating. So once you have done and you've gone through all the roads, and you've been able to update whatever you are supposed to update and save, you just come to use your return icon and come to your main menu. Here you'll be able to export your entries. That's the next icon we're going to use, export entries. If you notice, we have used import survey, we have added entries, we have validated the data by fetching the features from cloud, and we have updated it on the map view, on the map centric view. Now we are trying to export our work to both local storage and cloud. So once you click on export entries, takes you to this page. If you see at the top, you see export entries. Then the next thing you see is choose survey to export. The road is already labeled because the survey we are doing is road, and the config file we have is road. The total data acquired, remember we had 1557 road data that we fetched, is still here. The client name, National Population Commission, then the client ID. So here there are three forms of exports. We have the export to CSV, which is going to local storage. We have the export to JSON file, which is also going to local storage, and we have the direct export to cloud. So what we are going to do now is we are going to export to CSV. If you notice, when you export to CSV, it tells you it has been saved to a particular location. When you export to JSON file, it will take a little bit of time. You still tell you it has been exported to a particular location. Then at the time of this video, the cloud has not been fully set up, but we will be using mostly export to cloud, which we all know from our previous works in EAD. So once you have finished exporting all to cloud, you can go back to your main menu, as at this point you are done with your work. So what you are supposed to do now is to, if you have exported to cloud, that's fine. If you have exported to local storage, you are supposed to reach out to your GIS team lead or GIS assistant, and unlike the EAD, the file directory for this application is quite different. So what you do is you go back to your main menu on your phone, on your smartphone. You go to file manager. When you're on file manager, you go to internal storage. On internal storage, you go to the Android folder. Once you're on the Android folder, you click on the data folder. You're going to be looking for a folder name called com.milsat pad. Once you've reached the location of the folder, you can open it. You will see a file name called files, a folder name called files, sorry. Click on that, and here you will see your raw data that you have exported already. Here you see the CSV, which you can import to your ArcMap environment using our normal add data method, or use the faster method by using the roads that has been labeled as a JSON file, where you'll be able to export the shapefile directly into the ArcMap environment. Thank you very much.